the snap is there so that you can open and close and hold, you know, your item closed. So this video is going to show you how to use snaps. It's kind of going in depth, so hang on tight and we'll get to the actual tutorial on how to do the snap. But for now, I also want to go over the difference of what snaps are versus our other fastening methods. First off, this is for a metal snap tutorial. There are plastic snaps out there called cam snaps, generally is what they're called by their brand name. We are not doing this video on cam snaps. That's going to have to be a future video, but these are for the metal snaps. I am going to be using some pearl snaps. I got this from Hobby Lobby, and they are size 16 snaps. And this is also the measurement of it, 7/16 or 1.1 centimeters. Okay, that's important to know because yes, there are other sizes out there and the sizes do not mix and match. So you do need to know what size to use. 16 is pretty universal. I do like 16 a lot. There are other fasteners out there that you may see in the wild. One of them would be these guys. These are eyelets. Eyelets, you use just one piece of it, and then you have a special pair of pliers that work with eyelets. This is the pliers that work with eyelets. Now, I think these are at Hobby Lobby as well, and if they are, there's another set of these metal screws that go in here and in here that you can interchange with these, right? And if you interchange them, then this set is a snap set of screws, but this, I have the eyelet set on here, so this is my eyelet pliers, so I don't change them out. But the ring actually fits in there, and then you have to punch a hole in the material that you're going to be using, and then you squeeze that one ring together like so, and the back side of that one piece curves over and makes a hole. Okay, now you punch the fabric, punch a hole in the fabric with these. This is a leather punch, is what I generally use, or you can use an awl. I don't have one, so I use my leather punch. And to show you what this is used for, this is generally used for making keychains. And you can do an eyelet and then put your split ring through it to help, you know, sturdy your material that you want your split ring to go through. Okay, so this is what you generally would use that for in our crafting world. And I'm sure there are other uses, but that's the one thing I can think of. And then this guy here is a rivet. Okay, a rivet has two pieces to it, and there's a male piece, which is right here, and then there's a flat female piece, which is down here, and it fits together kind of sort of like a snap, and you squeeze it together like you do a snap, and the pressure makes the male part squeeze down into the top and fasten permanently. Okay, so this is more of a permanent application. This does not come apart, and what that is used for is for applications like this. This is a rivet. I have rhinestone rivets, so here's one, and it's holding the side of this permanently. Also, I have them on top to hold the handle on this purse, and again, this is permanent application, whereas the snap is there so that you can open and close and hold, you know, your item closed. So just wanted to go over the differences of some of the things that you might come across so that you don't get them confused and think that this is a snap or that this is a snap. It's not. This is the snap that we'll be using. Again, this is a rivet, and they have different colors, different types of rivets. And this is an eyelet, and they have different colors, different types of eyelets out there. So just keep that in mind. Also, here's another use of a rivet. So this is holding my key fob, keychain, flamingo closed so that my lobster clasp doesn't go anywhere. But it's super cute with it. stone on there. So at any rate, and for this, you also would need your leather punch to punch a hole for your rivets. They need the leather punch as well. All right, so now that we've gone over the differences of the other fasteners, let's look at our main reason for being here today, which is our snap. All right, so there are 4 parts to a metal snap. 4 parts to a metal snap, okay? So this is, in my instance, this is a pearl, okay? So it has a pearl finish on the front, and on the back, you have these metal prongs, okay? So the metal prongs are there to help you get that metal snap put into place. There are other types, like this is a metal snap cover, and this one again has the teeth on the back, but this one is metal. So it's white gloss paint on that. And you also have some snaps that are just rings. So just a ring can be the front part as well. And that's for if you want to keep the look of the fabric instead of a decorative or more of a plain snap. Then you have the male piece to the snap. This is the part that goes into the female part of the snap to hold it in place. All right, and then on the back side, this is actually a female part as well, because as you see on the back side, there's a channel back here, and the edge of, oops, sorry, it's shaking the camera, the edge of the metal snap, see how there's a ridge right here? So that's a lip. It goes over and it curves over and it just stops right there, because what's going to happen once we squeeze these two together, these prongs are going to squeeze into there and they're going to curve out and then get locked to the back side of this, okay, and hold it in place. And then you also have the female part of the snap, what this front part snaps into, and that's this, okay. And this, I kind of want you to see this, is I'm trying to get it as close as possible, but, and forgive my horrible nails, but this is the front side, and notice it's a smooth curve. You have the floral looking imprints down in the bottom, but just on the outside of that, it curves all the way over and it's nice and smooth. There's the outside. This is where the snap goes in. This is the front, but this is the back where those prongs are going to go in for our other part, our ring. And notice the back side of this, it has that same lip where the metal curves over and stops and creates that little channel right here on this outer rim, so that these prongs on the back of this part, when we squish it together, will go in there and curve up into and lock into place on the back side of those, okay? And then of course, as I just showed you, here is the metal ring that will help complete the back side of our snap, okay? So let's show you how this works in action. I'm going to grab a piece of fabric or a stabilizer basically, so that it's easier for you to see. And then here is the front part. This pearl, what we're going to do is put it on in place and squish it into our fabric, okay? I'm going to squish it and get those teeth to come through the back. Now be careful when you're doing this with your leather or anything else. You want to try and get as much of those teeth through the fabric as you can, because it'll help you. And be careful, because they will go under your nails and cause some bleeding and, you know, pain. So be careful with that. But at any rate, once you get all of your teeth all the way through the fabric, it should, you know, kind of stay there. And then my pliers, I don't know where to find these, but if your pliers has this, it'll be helpful. That hole, I just take this piece and snap it in there, just like so, and that'll help me hold that in place. If you don't have this type of pliers, then you will have to just hold these two in place by hand, okay? And try and hold them in place. But the goal is to get those teeth, all of them in that channel or up against that channel, so that you don't have any teeth sticking out like this. You know, see how the tooth is on the side right there? That's not correct. We want everything to be up inside the back side of that snap. So I'm going to put this on here, and then I'm going to do the exact same thing I just did, but I'm using the pliers to hold that in place. And I'm going to get those teeth in there. Look, see how they're outside? That's not right. So I got to move it over and get that in that channel. And I'm going to turn it around, make sure everything is inside that channel. And once I see that it is, then I'm going to give it a squeeze. And I'm kind of still holding everything in place. And give it a gentle squeeze, and then squeeze a little bit harder, but you don't want to squeeze too hard like Incredible Hulk, because this pearl, in my instance, because this pearl will crack. Okay, so squeeze. I also turn it around so that I can get it even squeeze all the way around, and there I have the first part of my snap in place. Okay, now for your next part, I'm just going to use a little piece of scrap. And then I'm going to press the prongs in from the back side of my project. Okay. So let's press it in from the back side. And see, I don't have all my teeth all the way through. See that? So I'm going to work this. And like I said, just be careful, ouch, when you're doing that, because it'll bite you. Okay. So once you have this part and your teeth are poking through as much as possible, because like I said, sometimes that leather is a little difficult to get, all of the part of the teeth through. Now we're going to go to the part with the channel, lay it on top, and see how that tooth is not, see how those two are to the outside? That's not right. So I'm going to lay it where I don't see any teeth to the outside of this snap. Now this part of my tool technically should hold this in place, but it doesn't. So look, notice how, just to show you, this is too floppy for me. I don't like that, so I don't ever use that. So unfortunately, that means I have to actually physically hold this in place, right? And so I don't see any teeth out of line, so I'm holding it, pinching it just a little bit, and then I'm going to take this and I'm going to squeeze on the edge of it and get it to squeeze up in there, and then I'm going to slide it forward and squeeze, slide it the rest of the way and squeeze. Okay, and I'm going to turn it and squeeze again if I can, because if it's in a purse or something like that, you may not be able to turn very much. And there we have our back side. So now you should be able to snap these in place, and you have a snap. Okay, and there you have it that way. Now if you're using the pearl type and you squeeze it and you crack this pearl, you can get a flathead screwdriver and wiggle it in through here and kind of like wedge it like that, and eventually it'll pop off, and then you can apply another one. You would need a new one of, well, you don't need a new one of those, but you will need a new top, and then you can, put that back together. But that's how you apply a snap. So hopefully you found this helpful. Hopefully it was easy to follow. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. If you think this will help you get some confidence in installing a snap, let me know in the comments. I would love to know. If you have a different technique, let me know in the comments, because this is how I install my snaps. You technically could reverse these pieces and put this up here and this prong down here at the bottom, but this is how I typically install mine. There's no wrong or right way that I'm aware of. No fashion police will come and get you for installing it this way or the other way, but that's pretty much how I install my snaps. So hopefully you found this helpful, and I look forward to showing you the next video is on cam snaps, and I also have a desktop snap attachment that I can show as well, because I don't have that in here to show you guys. So I just have the hand tool, and you can get, like I said, this pair from Hobby Lobby, and it has the extra attachments here that you can unscrew and screw in place of these. See that screws off, that you can screw in place of these. That will be your snap part for this pair. Okay, so if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below, and until the next time, we hope you have a great application of snaps.